Hi again. Hopefully you've watched our video introducing the Incubator product development team. If not, please go and watch that first because this video assumes some knowledge from there. You'll find a link in the YouTube info button. I'll wait while you go watch that. In this video, I'm going to focus on what we're looking for in the head of engineering role. I'll quickly cover our organisation structure and where this role fits within it. What does the job entail? What does growth look like in this job? And how we're going to assess you as a candidate. As a quick intro, I think this is the one-liner that encapsulates the role. The central theme is to empower other developers and tech leads to succeed in the startups we're building and supporting. The Founders Factory operations team currently has around 60 people covering a wide range of functions and roles. This line management diagram suggests a level of hierarchy that doesn't exist in reality. In our day-to-day, we form flat cross-functional teams to address the needs of the startups we're supporting. In my role as Chief Incubation Officer, the Head of Engineering will report to me and sit alongside our heads of talent, product and design. Despite my title, we don't focus exclusively on our incubator program and also support the accelerator program and internal operations. Zooming in on where the head of engineering role sits, it's clear that the key relationships are with the engineers that you'll support and with your fellow functional heads. For more info on the background of these team members and peers, please go visit the team page on the Founders Factory website. While not necessarily involving formal line management, the recruitment and support of engineers hired direct for startup teams is also a critical part of this role. Right, let's focus on what does this job entail. At a high level, I see three main parts to the job. Loosely, I'm going to refer to these as team, strategy, and community. Despite this pie chart, they're not all equal, and team is definitely the most important element of this role. As I say, the line management of our small internal technical team is one of the key responsibilities of the role. Today, the team is comprised of product-focused generalist engineers who have a genuine desire to build innovative tech startups. The team's focus is on owning the tech side of product development for our incubation projects, especially the build phase. The career path for members of this team is to spin out from Founders Factory and become a co-founder or tech lead in one of our businesses. That decision is based on three things. Are they excited by the opportunity? Do they have confidence in themselves to take on the role? And do we have confidence in them? You will be responsible for those latter 2 points, through mentorship and coaching ensuring that they have the confidence and being the key decision maker on how tech is addressed in the founding team composition. With 200 diverse businesses to build and support, a critical element of the role is to help shape the business, product and technical strategy for each. Within the incubator, the key decision that sets the business on a path to success is the team composition. You will be responsible for shaping these teams, particularly helping decide on how the technical risks are addressed, whether that be internal tech team members, external or contract support, or even outsourced development teams. In addition, you'll need to have an opinion on processes and technical best practices so that these teams move fast to address those technical risks and deliver product quickly. On the accelerator side, you'll be expected to make a judgment on the technical defensibility of investments that we're considering and to create structures in which we can best support the technical needs of the startups in our portfolio. Community is another important element of the role, both in terms of supporting the teams across all our portfolio, but also helping identify and build relationships with potential founders of our next tech startups. We don't pretend to know all the answers on startup technical strategy, so creating an environment in which each of the developers in our startups can learn from each other is essential. Okay, that was a quick overview of what the role entails, but I also want to touch on how the role came to be. I myself am an experienced startup tech lead and began at Founders Factory as CTO. As such, much of the role and responsibilities I've just described have been my own. Last year, I looked to add greater technical leadership strength to the team with the addition of our CTO in residence role. This was a role designed primarily to directly spin out with our incubation startups. as my expanded remit has left a gap within the tech team, Rogerio, one of our CTOs in residence, has taken on much of these responsibilities, including that line management of the factory tech team. However, this wasn't a great fit for Rogerio's expectations and ambitions, so now we've defined an explicit head of engineering role. This also matches well with the head of product and design roles, which were also defined a little later in our organisational history. I want to talk a little bit about what growth looks like in this role. There are many attractive elements to the role, including exposure to our wide startup ecosystem and the credibility our success brings. But for me, growth in the role comes from two key themes: impact and learning. Impact applies not just to the 60 businesses we're building on the incubator, or even to the 200 in our overall portfolio, but to the wider ambition of changing how tech startups are built. If we take that anecdote that 9 out of 10 startups fail, well, we really want to move that needle and expand that mission internationally. We're already planning these next expansions and are excited to see the influence Founders Factory model is beginning to have on the tech startup ecosystem. The learning opportunity is one close to my heart. Before Founders Factory, I already felt that I had a good breadth of technical leadership expertise, taking learnings from one role to the next, but it's really hockey sticked in this environment. It's not surprising really, given the diversity of businesses we support concurrently, but it's clear that this role rightly leads to being the expert in early stage startup tech leadership. Given the above responsibilities, what are we looking for in candidates? I've broken it down into three main topics: tech expertise, leadership, and strategy. On tech, we'll be looking for depth and breadth across mobile, front-end, back-end, data and infrastructure. This is the foundation on which we expect technical leadership to build, and we'll dig into your experience and expertise in each of these 5 areas. It's not necessarily hands-on expertise in every area, but we at least expect you to be confident in your knowledge in each of these. The leadership topic covers the responsibilities I outlined earlier under team and community. And what we're looking for under strategy is a breadth of business and product experience. Okay, that's all I'd like to cover in this video. When we talk next, I'd like to jump straight to these 3 questions. Do the 3 parts of the role make sense to you and fit with your goals? Team, strategy, and community. Does the scale of ambition and the growth opportunity resonate with you? I mentioned impact and learning. And finally, are you confident in your experience across the 3 evaluation topics? We'll dig into tech, leadership, and strategy. These are important to us, so please do think about them carefully. And if you already feel that it's not a fit, then let us know. However, if you're as excited about this role as we are, then I'd love to hear why.